They serve, they sacrifice, they defend freedom itself. But now, some of those same service members are being told they no longer belong. Across this country, transgender Americans who wear the uniform face uncertainty, fear, and forced separation from the only life they've ever known. Behind the policy debates are real people, spouses, veterans, and families, fighting to hold on to stability, dignity, and hope. This isn't about politics. It's about purpose. It's about people whose courage has been tested in combat and now again at home. Tonight, we go beyond the headlines and into the human cost. In 2025, the reinstatement of the transgender military service ban shook the foundation of countless lives. It wasn't just a shift in policy. It was a shattering of promise, trust, and stability. This special report is not about politics or partisanship. It's about humanity. It's about the veterans, the spouses, and the advocates who continue to serve in every way they can, even when the system tells them not to. You'll hear from Tajir Brazil, a filmmaker and veteran who found his freedom in authenticity. Emily Starbuck Gerson, who is a journalist and military spouse fighting for visibility and safety. And from Logan and Layla, a couple bound by love and loyalty, navigating the cost of service and the strength of resilience. Their stories remind us the price of freedom should never be authenticity. This is a special report. Good evening. I'm Dr. Elijah Nicholas. The question before us tonight is simple, yet profound. What happens when those willing to die for their country are told they can no longer serve it? Welcome to Focal Point, the show where we bring you real conversations with real people, centering humanity and truth. I'm your host, Dr. Elijah Nicholas, and today we have an unforgettable lineup. Our first guest, Tajir Brazil, is an Army veteran who served under Don't Ask, Don't Tell. For him, service demanded silence, but authenticity became his act of resistance. Today, he channels that journey into filmmaking, using art to amplify the very voices once erased. Tajir Brazil.
Dr. Elijah.
Welcome to Focal Point.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you here. Under the circumstances of what we're talking about today, but I am so delighted to have you with us on Focal Point.
Thank you. Honored to be here.
You're welcome. So for our listeners, viewers who may not know who Tajir is, who is Tajir?
Who is Tajir? That's like the hardest question ever, right? To talk about yourself? But,
Yeah.
Tajir, I'm a storyteller at heart.
Okay.
I love working behind the camera and in front of the camera. I like creating things that feel real, pretty much. I'm a husband, a father, and a cat dad.
And a cat dad.
Yes, 3 of them.
3?
Yeah, 3.
Wow.
3.
3 cats. Okay. Shout out to the cats in the house.
But other than that, I'm a simple guy.
Yeah.
You know, I like to sit at home, watch TV, little family guy.
Yeah.
And just enjoy
Yeah.
my peace, enjoy my wife.
Yeah. Peace is good, isn't it? So I've seen some of your work. I've seen your storytelling in action, if you will. How did you get into storytelling and filmmaking?
True story. I was forced into it.
Okay.
Back in the day, I was doing male impersonation, and someone said, you're going to be in my play. And I was like, okay, I'm not an actor, you know, and it was like, you do impersonation, that's acting. oh, okay, you got a point, you know.
Yeah.
So it was a lip sync play,
Uh-huh.
and it was great. And from the lip sync play, somebody noticed me, was like, come audition for a play. And I said, do I got to talk? And it was like, yeah. So I did that. And then from theater, I moved over into film. But I got behind the camera forcibly.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
because the cameraman didn't show up.
Okay.
And they asked me, he said, hey, get behind the camera and do A, B, and C. And I just fell in love.
Wow.
I fell in
So
love
that like wasn't your natural skill or trait, something that you had learned how to do or self-taught?
Self-taught.
Okay.
It was self-taught, but, you know, I look back as a child.
Uh-huh.
Growing up, I was in this program for very educated children.
Okay.
And we learned, I chose photography and PC.
Okay.
And it's literally what I do now,
Okay.
you know. So I think it was always in me. I just
Yeah.
needed somebody to bring it out.
Pull it out.
Yeah.
Of you. Absolutely. So some of your storytelling talks about some heavy things like what we're talking about today. We're talking about, you know, trans service members, trans veterans, and how did you, tell us about, if you would like to, the film that you made about a trans veteran and how that came about.
So that was my first time writing anything. And it was a school project.
Okay.
And you know, it's very simple. It's like 2 people, 8 pages.
Okay.
And I have a friend who's very close to me. He's more like a son, let's just say that.
Okay.
Who's in the military, who is trans. And he tells me about the things he has to go through just to serve.
Yeah.
You know, how he has to out himself every time he gets to a new duty station, how he can't deploy because he's trans.
Wow.
And so that's where I got the idea from. I basically took a little bit of his story,
Yeah.
just to show how uncomfortable that he is,
Yeah.
just to serve, you know, to serve our country.
Yeah, and you know what, I thank you for sharing that. And what I love about storytelling is it we welcome people into our lives or into the lives of the characters, and people see and feel experiences that they may not otherwise experience.
Exactly.
And I think there are not enough story about trans folks and the trans experience.
Exactly.
So thank you for shedding light on that. Because right now, you know, the world that we live in, which is why we're doing the special report, the world that we live in, you know, there's a military trans ban. And we saw in June with the TERA, the Early Retirement Authority, where the military said you all can get out, you get your retirement, etc. And then in August 25th to be exact, the military that I served in, that I'm a tad bit ashamed of in this moment,
Me too.
the Air Force rescinded that and said that, okay, so if you've got 15 to 18 years, then you can retire, or you can, no, you're leaving, not
Right.
retire. There's no benefits, possibly no TRICARE, you know, all the things that we as service members are afforded when we leave the military,
Right.
simply because a person is trans.
Yes.
And so we're doing this special report because not enough of the world knows about this. Not enough people know about it. So can you take me back to, because let me ask you this, were you trans when you served in the military?
So, medically, no. Mentally, yes. But I served back in the 90s when Don't Ask, Don't Tell. It was
Yes.
that era. So identity really wasn't spoken about.
Yeah.
You know, you just had to manage it quietly. And with that, it shaped me as a person. I had to learn to read the room, understand who's around me,
Yeah.
and tread lightly, pretty much. You know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So now, I think I transitioned maybe 8, 9 years after I got out the military, and I can say that still stays with me.
Yeah.
You know, like I have to be careful you know, who knows, I'm trans,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
the environments I put myself into. So I think it's just ridiculous altogether that we even have to have these conversations, you
Right,
know,
right.
because at the end of the day, a trans person is human,
Yeah.
just like anyone else. So yeah, I ain't gonna, it hurts my heart that service members even have to go through this now.
Yeah.
It's unfair.
Yeah.
It's unjust.
Absolutely. Unjust indeed. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you for your service.
You're welcome. It's disheartening what we're
Yes.
experiencing and seeing now. And so you mentioned that you transitioned about 8 or 9 years after
Yes.
coming out of the military. So what was it like, as much as you want to share, what was it like living during Don't Ask Tell and really navigating the military basically in silence?
It was hard. I'm not even gonna front, man. It was so hard. It took a toll on me mentally. You know, don't ask, don't tell means that you can serve as gay or lesbian, but you couldn't be open with
Right.
it. And and your superiors are not supposed to ask you. But that didn't happen for me. They asked, they questioned. They tried so much to get me to say, hey, I'm same gender loving,
Yeah.
so they can kick me out.
Yeah.
And it was so bad on me, it even took a toll on my young children that I left. I left the military at first. And I had to ground myself. I had to seek counseling, you know, and really protect my inner peace.
Yeah.
Once I left the military. And once I did, I got back right, you know, and because I love the military. Well,
Yeah.
I loved the military.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
wanted to do my 20 years. So after I felt in a safe place again, that I could deal with the backlash of being same gender loving or being trans inside, I rejoined the military.
Okay.
You know, and I looked at it differently. You know,
Okay.
I didn't let the smart remarks get at me. I didn't, you know, whatever you thought about me, I didn't care.
Yeah.
But I had to do the work first.
Yeah.
If I would have stayed in the military and tried to do the work, it wouldn't have happened because it was
Yeah.
getting ugly. It
Yeah.
really was.
I think we served probably around the same time frame. So I'm familiar certainly with Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And I'm familiar with, you know, navigating in silence and
Yes.
just doing what you have to do to really to get by and then really to overachieve. I don't know about you, but I was an overachiever because I didn't want that attention
Yes.
on me. And something that you said made me think about something that we're often, I think, tasked with, and that is resilience, right?
Yes.
And I would say it sounds like it was more of a forced assimilation than resilience. What are your thoughts on that?
Maybe a little bit of both. I don't know. You know, I know I did not feel safe in the military. But my children mean the world to me.
Yeah,
And even though I didn't feel safe, I had to keep them safe.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So I had to pull from way down
yeah,
to be able to be their strength
Yeah.
and their peace. You know, so in some sort of way, I feel like the military destroyed me.
wow.
You know, whew.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But you
really
know,
am.
I'm good. You know, I'm good because I realize I know who I am. You know, I know I matter. I know I'm important, and that's all that really matters to me now. So, but thank you.
You're welcome, and I know you're good, right?
Thank
I
you.
know you're good, and I think that is something, if I may, that we have to be good, like for our families,
Yes.
then for the military, for our troops. We had no choice but to show up,
Right.
to salute smartly, as they say, and keep it moving.
Keep it
right?
moving.
And I think what a lot of people who have not served or worn a uniform in any capacity, they may never understand really what's behind when I say I'm good.
Yeah.
So much comes with that, right? And we give up and gave up so much to serve, which is why it really hurts my heart to see even what veterans go through now. Because
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but for me, anytime I have to go to the VA for an appointment, my anxiety is through the roof. So much so that now I take Tilly with me to my appointments.
Right. That's good.
That has brought my anxiety down. But I think like a lot of people, like if you tried to explain that to someone who never served in the military, they may not understand.
Right.
Like when you say, I'm good, like there's so much to that story.
Yeah, it's
of,
yes.
I'm good.
You see, that's why, like, I don't understand because transgender service members, they volunteer. We volunteer to serve, you know.
Right.
We do the same tests. We're held by the same standards. We take the same risks, you know. But now we're being told that we don't belong.
Right.
Because of our identity. Like, being in the military is not just something to do, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's so much sacrifice that comes with that. Missing your family, you know, deploying. My brother joined the military when he was 18 and deployed 3 times before he hit 20.
Wow.
Yes, yeah, you know, so it's just, like, again, that service, that sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? So when people say that we don't belong in the military, it's like, you literally are, your mind is somewhere else.
Right.
You know, like you're thinking about the wrong thing. Because I have not met a trans person yet who's in the military that I feel like they don't belong there. Now, I have met some people and I serve with some people who are not trans in the military who definitely didn't belong there.
Absolutely.
You know, they got a little spat on the hand and kept it moving.
Right.
You know, but being trans or lesbian, gay, it's such a crime. I mean, it bothers me.
Absolutely, it bothers me too, and which is why we're doing this special, so we can bring these stories to the living rooms and homes and computers and tablets of humans, so they can see and experience our humanity. Right. Because there's been so much misinformation about trans people, and there really is no justification for the readiness level, which is what we should all be measured against when it comes to who should and shouldn't be in the service. And there is no evidence that shows that a trans person is any less qualified to do their job than a person who is not of the trans experience. And that is the reason that I believe that it is not only unjust, but it's unconstitutional.
Yes, definitely.
And I appreciate your service, and I really do appreciate your story because, you know, it's not always safe. You mentioned safety, and it's not always safe, not just in the military, but like walking down the street, walking the earth. And so now we have all these trans service members who are getting ready to be discharged, and they are at risk of losing their health care, their mental health services, their gender affirming care. And I'm not sure society realizes, one, obviously what a strain that is on the family unit, but also the strain that puts on the world and the economy at large. So if you could talk to a person who you don't know, who's currently in the military, and they're going through this like this they're in limbo now, this time of transition, no pun intended, but from the military to civilian life. And they don't like that. Like, what kind of hope, what kind of message of joy or hope could you give to them?
And that's hard,
Yeah,
you know, because you spend majority of your adult life in the military, serving your country, doing your job, loving your career, just to be told that you don't belong because you're trans, and it just stops.
Yeah.
Like, what do, you know, I couldn't just be there as much as I can, because everyone deals with mental health differently.
Yeah.
You know. So showing up for a person is the main thing. Knowing you're not alone,
Yeah.
you know. I'm sorry, Dr. Elijah, this is kind of tough right here.
No, it's okay, take your time.
So I have 4 friends who are in the military throughout the branches. 2 of them took that voluntary separation. You know, like you say, they got a little bit of money. Bye. And I'm talking about 15 to 20 years of service between them 2. And I have 2 who are still serving. One of them is very close to me. He's like my son. And I ain't gonna lie, I was scared. I was afraid for him, you know what I'm saying? This the stuff they have taken him through.
Yeah.
He's been trying most of his military career to get the OTS. And when he finally got there, the ban reinstated. So they were like, hold on, wait, you sit tight. We got to figure out what we're going to do with you.
Yeah.
2 months later, he gets into class. He's doing what he's supposed to do, just like any one of us would have done. 2 weeks before graduation, they tell him, Airman, you're not going to graduate.
Wow.
We're not pinning you lieutenant.
Wow.
They told him, oh, you can't use that bathroom no more. They told him, you can't be a part of the graduation ceremony. You got to sit in the back with the family.
Wow.
They even told this man that he couldn't be in the class photo.
Wow.
And he's telling me all this, and I'm like, I'm worried about mentally, how is he dealing with this? Because this man, this is all since I met him, this is all he ever talked about is serving our country.
Right.
Serving. You know, and he says, I'm okay. I checked on him today. How are you? I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
You know, that's it. But I know deep down he's hurting.
Absolutely.
But you know, 2 weeks before graduation, he didn't give up. He still went on with the class. He pushed through, did what he's supposed to do. I would have been like, you know what, send me home. You know, I think I would. So I'm so proud of him that he stuck it out.
Absolutely.
So my wife and I, we went down there, even though he wasn't graduating. We went down there just to support him and let him know how proud we are of him. I mean, quite honestly, anything, I've been there. I've been there. So I definitely wasn't going to miss this.
Yeah.
And to our surprise, his commander and his classmates, they had a private ceremony for him. Whew, my God, the emotions in that ceremony it was a lot. They promoted him with their words. They congratulated him. Some cried for him. Told him, let him know that you deserve this. You deserve this. He got his rank, but he can't wear it, you know? And I ain't gonna lie, I'm sitting there, I'm trying to hold it together because I realized that there is such thing as good leadership and humanity. You know, that man didn't get promoted, but they gave him the will to keep going. And I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
People came up to me and they was just like, man, hey, you got a great kid there. Man, he helped me when I was struggling on such and such a day. You know what I'm saying? Again, and it ain't got nothing to do with him being trans. And that was another thing too. He had to out himself to his class. What's the purpose?
Yeah.
But here we have
terrible.
a young man doing what he's supposed to do, showing up, and they want to pin him because of his identity. And the only thing I can do is ask him, are you okay?
Yeah.
And let him know I'm there. Because honestly, I don't know what else. I really don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
What else to say.
Yeah.
He knows that I'm here for him, you know, for whatever.
Yeah.
But it just hurts my heart that we're treated like we don't matter. That we're less than human. Because at the end of the day, trans people have been here before it became all big on social media.
Right.
And we're not going nowhere.
We're not going anywhere.
We're in the military. We're your doctors.
Yeah.
Your lawyers, your librarian, your drive-through at Wendy's.
Yeah.
We're your neighbors.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I wish people just get over it, leave us alone,
Yeah.
and understand that we're the same as anyone else, and we deserve that respect.
Yeah. Absolutely. I thank you for sharing that, and thank you for being there for your son,
Yeah.
and being there as an example to your son's classmates, because witnessing that love that's a lot, right? Just to be able to bear witness to that love. And for me, it's so hard to hear the story, because so for our viewers who don't know, OTS is Officer Training School, and it is a huge deal to get accepted, and it's like a huge process, huge undertaking, and so to experience that and get 2 weeks before it's time to graduate. And it's not because you failed your PT test.
Nope.
It's not because you failed your academic test.
No.
It's not because you failed on the rifle range.
No.
It is because you have been living authentically as yourself under the regulations that the military had approved. And so this is another reason that I want to bring these stories to light, because people don't know that your son went through officer training school. People don't know that they pulled him from graduation 2 weeks later. When we think about it in terms that many people on the right can understand, when we think about it in economic terms, and we think about the cost of putting an airman through school and then through officer training school, and to invest in the economic stability and academia of an individual, and then to strip that away, that in my mind is ripping off the government. That is ripping off us, because we pay taxes. So essentially, we paid for your son to be in this classroom, and then because someone said their gender identity is this, and now they're seemingly somehow no longer qualified. It feels like when black people had to sit at the back of the bus.
That part.
It feels like when women couldn't become officers, when women couldn't fly planes, when we were segregated. And I hope that through these stories, people see, number one, the humanity in all of this, and also the pattern and the similarities in history.
Right.
And I hope that you sharing, I know that you sharing your story and being here will make a great difference in this world. So thank you so much, Tajir, for being here. And as we go, I want to ask you, in all of this, what is one thing that you do to bring yourself joy?
What do I do to bring myself joy? You know, I just, I don't know why that's hard. Because I do my best to find joy in everything.
Wow.
You know, I try really hard not to focus on the negative energy. So, but when I find myself slipping, I ground myself with meditation and mobility. You know, my joy is my home, my wife, my grandchildren, and being able to use my creative side to create films, to write scripts. So yeah, I think all my joy takes place at home.
Yeah.
But I will say that I have an amazing support system as well that brings me joy.
Yeah.
You know, I have allies who show up. I have close friends that even if we ain't seen each other in a while, we pick up like it's nothing, you know. So those little things, they bring me joy. And I'm grateful. I'm so very grateful for that.
Yeah. And can I take your hands?
Oh, yeah.
I am so grateful for you being here, Tajir.
Okay.
And from one trans brother to another.
To another.
I just want to say thank you for being here. I see you. I love you. I'm fighting for you and for your son. And I'm grateful for you being here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I want to say thank you, Dr. Elijah. I see the work that you're doing. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I remember that first time you came up to me at the, it was like a little film screening or whatever, and I've been watching you ever since.
Wow.
You're amazing. Thank you so much for all your hard work and your dedication to the trans community. You're so appreciated, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more Focal Point. Stay tuned.